So it doesn't look like this anymore. I'm going to download some data regarding public transport. This query, I found it, I actually documented it here on the JOSM plugins PT Assistant mapping public transport with JOSM page that I created as documentation. So I'm going to download all the route, everything that's related to buses here. If you want to have that button there, you do right mouse button on the toolbar here. Oops, it's not happy. Too busy. Okay, so let's download it the normal way then. If you want to do a bus station like this and all the routes that lead out of it, then a normal usual, yeah, now we only did that. So what I will have to do now is all these buses are passing, come on, are passing here. So if I select all these routes, that's not possible that these are already all the routes. Here I mean. Yeah, that looks more like it. So all the routes, select relation. Then I can, on that selection, use the right mouse button, download incomplete members. Okay, but usually I use Overpass to download all the data, but this has more or less the same effect. Okay, so now I'm going to use validation. So everything is checked, and then it's going to tell me which problems there are. You also see that the PT Assistant layer here highlights all the routes, and if you have a look at the map paint styles, then you see that this also adds a lot of information. The map CSS, public transport map CSS, that is described also on this page. How to download the public transport map CSS under map paint styles. Okay, so we see lots of broken routes here. We have our validation results. Let's have a look. What gets reported? Everything that has PT in front of it. Here is a platform that should not be part of the way. So let's zoom to that problem, select it. And that node should not have been transferred there. It should be here. So I'm going to use Alt-Shift-J to take it away from the way. I'm also interested in the history of that node now. So I do Control H. If I look at the coordinates, it changed a little bit compared to what I did last time. But it's more or less back where the original mapper put it originally. So I have no idea why this Cayman has thought he had to move that to the way. But okay, it's fixed now. The validator will come to tell us about it. Okay, so here we have several routes that can be fixed by sorting. Let's zoom to that problem. Now it's zooming to the full relation. That's not what I wanted. I'm going to do edit. Okay, so here are some problems, but fixing by sorting is not really going to solve much here, I'm afraid. The stops are here on the wrong. They should be first in the route relation, but we can fix that. But so the problem is here in the station. Okay, so this is line 6. So now I need to find the stop here that serves line 6. So that's why I documented all the route refs. Like, at least I didn't do that in this case. I think here this is 6. So this one should be part of the route. Brugge. Brugge station. So this is the one that should be there. If I save this, then yeah, okay, so 6 here, that's fine. Could be that one too. I'm going to do Control Z. Actually, what's that one? Okay, so we're going to keep that, that's okay. Then I'm going to find, come on, why is everything slow? I'm going to find this way. That's that one. Yeah, so that's what the validator would have solved. It would have flipped those ways and then the order would have been correct. But that doesn't describe fully what's happening here. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to show is I select these ways the normal way. I press S and I start selecting. There is a new tool, a map mode, which selects no edges. So this is an edge consisting of one way. If I click here, then I get an edge consisting of 2 ways. So I don't have to select those 2 ways separately. I can add it. Fortunately, it needs to be flipped. Okay. Now in this bus station, this doesn't help much. So I'm going to use S again and use Shift to add to my selection, which unfortunately doesn't work in that map mode. So here we're at the Brugge station. Again, I need to flip, apparently. No, I missed the way. So I zoom to the gap. I select that node. Come on. Why is my selection not working? Ah, there. It's only one node. So this way is not part of the route yet. Apparently I forgot to. I'm going to continue editing. I'm going to update it first. Discard changes, okay. Something really odd is going on here. I don't. I'm going to do cancel. Discard. I'm going to make it close all these gaps. So fix. So that's an easy fix to apply. Usually it's also quite safe to do that. And now I'm going to look at all the route relations that are coming into the bus station here. If I want to do something on every object, so I can do select relation, and then I'm going to add all of them to the to-do list. The to-do list plugin, you can easily install it, either by finding it here, or by going to this page, grabbing this list, And if you have expert mode on, then you can do load from list here, and you can simply paste that list here, and then all these plugins will be installed in one go. So that's convenient. Also, the map pane styles, sometimes when that list is empty, you need to refresh. There is this public transport map CSS style there. So you select it here, you click that button, goes over there, and then you get all these details around the stops. This is without. These indications are coming from the PT assistant layer, and these are coming from, so more detail is coming from the public transport map pane style. Okay, so I'm going to have a look at the first line. The ways are first and then the stops. So let's fix that. We have it selected. Well, we're going to select all of them, I think, because this might, well, I'm going to do PT stops. Edit. Now the stops are first. Brugge station, so that's good. It's starting in the station of Brugge on this node, so this is probably fine. Yeah, so there are no changes required there. At the end, it goes around and it comes to serve desktop. Okay, so so line 1 is fine. I do mark. Let's have a look at line 2. That is ending in Brugge station. Some editing. Again, I find that the stops are, so let's go to the last way. That looks good. So this is the stop that needs to be served, and there is the, it's ending there on a stop position, so that's fine. Only the stops are not sorted correctly. So I can do it like this, or I can select all these route relations that are coming into the station. Yeah. Select relation, and then tools, sort PT stops. So now it's going to do that on all these route relations in one go. This one was done. Still sorting, I think. Yeah. Okay, so now we jump to line 2. Do edit. Stops are first now. We start on the market. This should be our first way. Okay, and then we jump over to the station. Okay, so the loop is still there, so that's good, I think. Let's jump to that way. Yeah, so it's using that way first and going around the loop, and then it's coming back here on this way. So this one is fine. Okay. I'm going to zoom to this relation, and I'm going to use Control H. Members. So you do see that the platforms were sorted first. Where's it first? before they were in the end. It's better to have them in the beginning. I'll show you why. So this one is fine now. Here, yeah. That looks good. So it starts at the station. You can zoom to the first way. That's good. So this is okay already. Now suppose that some ways are not ordered correctly. If I go on this one and I say here sort from here down, then everything is fine. But if the stops would be dangling at the end, then this would create a problem. So that's why it's better to have the stops first. Okay. Okay, so that's good. This one ends at the station. So that's fine too. Good. I'm going to jump to another number because I want to have one that's actually broken. So let's zoom to line 10. So here it's also starting at the station. Is it possible that it starts on this platform? Yeah, apparently it is. So in that case, I simply need to add these ways. So I use the scroll button to zoom in and out, but since I'm recording, everything is a lot slower apparently. Okay, so these are the ways that I need to add. Okay, so this one is done too. I'm going to try and find another one. Zoom, edit. So this one ends at the station. For some reason, that platform is in there twice. That's not correct already. So the route says 5858S. So that's probably wrong. Here's one that says 20. So it should be this one. Normally I also have the data from the operator, but it's so I already checked that, and this is the right one for line 20. Okay, so line 20 is ending here. This means that we need this and this and this. Need all those ways. This one and this one. Yeah. So I will add those at the end. Apparently it's not continuous yet then, but you can see how it's visualized. So we'll jump over here. So it's only going to Brugge. But that is also the last one. So so this part has to go in there. So I can simply move those down. So this is way that one. Which one is this one? This one that has to be at the end, I suppose. Okay, so now we are here. Yeah. Now we need this way. Yeah. Then this. Okay, we need to move 3 further down. Yeah, okay, so now this becomes continuous. Then we are here at the platform. And then we need to connect these two to that way. There, now it becomes continuous. So it's making a loop through the bus station there. That's it. So they all need to be fixed in this way. So I think the visualization helps. Still a bit of work to get it right, but normally it only needs to be done once. So I'm going to do this for another one. Maybe this one. Again, this platforms are in there twice, but neither is correct. 25. 25, where are you? I'm looking at these strings here, which are the route refs. I don't see them. I don't see 25 there. Come on. Ah, 25 is here, so this is correct. So this needs to go. It's only serving it once. And then we need to make the full loop around. Now, one trick is to find another route relation. Maybe number 2 here. Edit. So this is going to give us all these ways selected up to there already, so that's nice. Here I find the bus station because I know that part of it is already mapped and then it goes back in. And then from here, come on, I can use another route relation. So this one I don't need it anymore. And then maybe another number 2 that starts, or number 3 here that starts in the station. And then use these ways. There. So now it's continuous and goes through the station. If I select all these ways inside the station, and then I press 3, then it zooms out to that. So you see that it goes through. Okay, so that's how they can all be changed. They can all be corrected. And that's also how you make sure that you did all of them. So maybe have a look at one more. This one that goes to Ostende. Zoom. Edit. So this one has its last stop in the station of Brugge. This one says 43.98, so not 52. So it needs to become this one. So I'm going to remove it and then add the correct one in. Save. Jump to the last way. Can use my trick from before. Number 2. Select all these ways. Add them here to the end. Jump to that one. So this one we don't need. This one neither. There's also this button here, all the way down here, that will remove the ways that are selected. So this is the one that we want. There you go, so now it's fixed. It's fixed, but not completely because, okay, I made a mistake. Actually, 52 is serving here, so it should be this and this way. That goes in the relation. But that is going to have to be for a local to be sorted out. I selected these ways now, but if I do zoom to my route relation again, then I'm going to have a problem. So what I'm going to do is select this way, find my 52 here, edit, add all these ways, but I'm going to remove these. I'm also going to remove again up to this point. Save. That will be the last way. Then this comes before. We can flip this. This one we don't need, so I can use this button to remove it without needing to select it here. Don't know what this one is. Don't need that either. Okay, so now the route is continuous. Okay, so that's how to solve these route relations. Now, if I do upload, there is going to be another validation run, so I can have a look at things that are still not fine. Stop position is not part of a way. I don't see which stop position it's talking about. So what I usually do if I have those, I select all of them. I do file, download parent ways and relations. And then I do validation on those again. Still complaining about them. So why doesn't it consider that their construction secondary? Yeah, okay, so apparently they're working on that and then it's not considered as a suitable highway. Okay, cannot fix that now. So I'm going to leave those alone. Mm-hmm. Okay, so now I can actually upload the changes that I made already. Upload. So thank you. See you.